Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the MACD, Moving Average Convergence Divergence. But before we do, if you have not watched my first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that right now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team, and as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down in the description below. You can also find a link to our Discord server, so that way we can all discuss testing indicators and building our trading system. And lastly, you can find a link below to TradingView. If you sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money using the link below. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, as I said, we will be testing the MACD. Let me pull it up here. There is the MACD there. Like usual, we are testing the MACD on a random pair, which is the Euro versus the Aussie dollar. Let me make the MACD and the signal line a little bit more bold. Our take profit and stop loss, of course, is designated by the average true range. And if you don't know what I mean by that, that is why you should go back and watch those first videos, so that way you know what we are talking about. Alright, let's see here. So I think we will test this on 2019. So here is 2019 right about here. We will start the replay function right here. Okay, so the MACD. The MACD basically is a two-line cross. You have the blue line, which is the MACD line, and the orange line, which is the signal line. The MACD is the faster of the two, and the orange signal line is the slower of the two. The way you will be told more often than not to trade the MACD is when the faster MACD line crosses the signal line either below or above is a signal to go short or to go long. The histogram plotted behind the MACD is the distance between the MACD and the signal line plotted as a histogram. So it's basically giving us the same information as the MACD and the signal line, just in histogram form. So, with all that being said, when the MACD goes below the signal line, it is a signal to go short. When the MACD goes above, crosses above the signal line, it is a signal to go long. So now that we know what we are doing and what we are doing it on, let's start the testing. Alright, so there is the first cross, and one thing I do like about the histogram is that it is very obvious the exact point when the cross takes place. Some of these indicators, it can be challenging to see exactly when the signal happens, and so in this case, the histogram in the back changes colors, which gives us a no-brainer 100% green light. That is a signal. So we have a signal to go short. Let's let it play out here just a little bit and see what happens. Looks like we may have gotten our first winner right there. Actually, let's see, that would have been the signal candle. This would have been the entry candle right here to go short. Looks like we barely squeezed it out. So 160.21, 1.6021 is the open of this candle. The high of this candle is 1.6153. Boy, it almost took us out there, but it didn't. Looks like we did get our winner to the downside. All right, there we go. Of course, green lines are a win, red lines are a loss. Let's continue on with the MACD. There is another cross. That is a long signal. And even if it didn't stop us out in pips, which I believe it did. Yep, it did. Then it definitely stopped us out when it gave us a signal to go the opposite direction. All right. And then, of course, it gave us an immediate signal there to go short and an immediate long. So that didn't work out too well, followed by an immediate short. Which was then followed by an immediate long. And if any of you remember, the problems I had that I explained with the moving average price break, you can see that we are having a very similar occurrence here. So there was a short there, entry there, turned around, went immediately short, immediately long, 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 long. I don't believe that gave us our pips. See entry there on that candle. We may have gotten it. Looking for 90 pips. Let's see. So this one would have been entry with an open of 1.5965, which means 1.6055 would be our first take profit. So we did achieve that. Then it gave us a short here. Looks like Yep. A loser. Oop, I'm sorry. That is a winner. All right. Moving on. So as we discussed in the moving average price break, is that the MACD does not seem to filter out choppiness, which typically speaking is not a good thing. That gets you into a lot of trouble really fast as you're bounced in and out of trades. Pretty sure we got it on this one. Almost positive. Yep. We got it there. And without even measuring, we got that one. And without measuring, we got that one. On the big moves, it does really well. Can't deny that. But boy, when it gets choppy, it seems to have its issues. Which is a shame. We are almost to the end of the year. Man, that cluster of losses just really dropped our win-loss ratio. That is a shame. I think this one was actually a winner. It was, yep. Make sure I'm marking them right. Not sure it's going to help, but... Ooh, ouch. Let's see. That do... What did that do? Nope, that's a pink. That's still a pink one there. So that one was not. So let's see. Took a loss there. It jumped to a long, turned around, gave us a short signal. And I don't know if that one got it. Let's see. Open of that candle was 1.6185. So we needed 1.6068. Nope, I'm sorry. The open of that candle was 1.61. That's what I said. 1.6185. And we were going short. So 1.6095, and it barely squeezed that out. Barely. Alright, where are we at? Almost there. Almost to the new year. Oh, I can't quite see that one. Oh, we were good there. Didn't give us a signal, so let's just move on here. And that is it. Alright, let's tally up our trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we need at least 13 wins to consider this successful 60%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it did not meet the criteria, as I kind of suspected. Anytime you see an indicator that is throwing signals like this area right here, when it's choppy and you're getting bounced in and out and in and out and in and out of trades, generally those indicators just don't do well. The MACD obviously is just like the rest of them. When it hits a choppy area, it fails miserably. When there are good trends taking place, it seems to do a really good job. And that is the flaw of the MACD. Now, for those of you who might be new to trading and maybe asking yourself, what is convergence, divergence? The divergence part is probably the one you will hear most often, than convergence. And so basically a very quick understanding of divergence is when the indicator is telling you one thing and price action is doing the opposite. We see this in some indicators, and let me find one instance of it here. That's not a great one. Let me see if I can find a better one. It's even hard to find instances of its namesake. but I guess we'll do it off of this one here, even though in theory, well, here we go. Here's a good example of it right here. Let's look at this area right here. So if you look at the indicator, the indicator is sloping downwards right here. But if you look up here at the price action is moving up. That is divergence. That is when the indicator is diverting from what the price action is doing. Now, a lot of people will say that the MACD should be used only to trade divergence. The problem is that divergence is very speculative. It is hard to know exactly when divergence and price action is going to correlate, if you will, as contradictory as that sounds. Divergence is taking place, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the price action is going to, kind of follow suit. So generally speaking, this is considered a loss in momentum. The momentum of the indicator is going down while the price action is going up, which indicates a loss in momentum in this second higher high here. And that can often lead to a reversal or a price action moving in the opposite direction of that particular trend. Now the problem is it doesn't always work. As you can see here, it went down for a moment before it took back off here and made another higher high, actually a couple of them. And so yeah, you would have probably been able to squeeze out a win with our take profit and stop loss. But knowing when to enter these trades is very difficult. There's just so much speculation around it. It gets extremely difficult to have that definitive yes, no, enter, don't enter type trading. And that's what we want to avoid, is speculative, biased trading systems. We don't want a system that 10 people look at and 10 people have different conclusions as to what the system's telling them what to do. We want a very definitive yes or no, enter or do not enter type trading system. That is how a system is going to be most profitable for the most people. There are many people who can trade, and they can, they just have a feel for the market. They have a feel for divergence and candlestick patterns, and they claim, and it's hard to prove, they claim that they take wins often using this type of trading. Of course, I'm not sitting next to them. I'm not looking at their account, and so I don't know how true their stories are or how false they are. But I know that anytime I have tried to mirror a system that has a lot of speculation to it, like support and resistance lines, the butterfly patterns, you know, the candlestick patterns with, divergence. Anytime I have tried a system, and I've tried many that trade with this style, I cannot match the success that the creator claims they have with it. And that will raise a lot of red flags, and should raise a lot of red flags. If someone can be successful trading that way, hey, more power to them. But it doesn't help if you are selling that system to someone else who can't achieve the same results. So, enough rambling on about divergence. Often you will find that divergence and candlestick patterns, in hindsight, looking back at it, you can set and say, oh yeah, there's divergence there. But when it's actually taking place, it's almost impossible to trade and trade consistently and make consistent wins from it. So back to the MACD here. As I said, it did not meet our criteria, so we are putting it on the no-go list. If you guys can tweak the MACD settings and get something better out of it, then by all means do so and throw it up into Discord, and we will be more than willing to try your style of trading with it, and we will test it, try it, and if it meets the criteria, we will put it on the list. So I'm going to throw it over to all of you now and give you a chance to test it as well. If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out, so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.